Are you somebody that's getting ready to go on vacation? Maybe you've got an 8 to 10 hour drive to a beach in front of you and you're a little worried because your low back's already stiff or you already have neck pain and you know sitting in the car is going to make it worse. If so, this video is going to be great for you. I'm Dr. Putney from Wellington Family Chiropractic, and today I'm going to give you 4 easy stretches and exercises that you can do to help prevent some of the pain that a long car ride causes. So why do car seats typically cause pain in the low back, the neck, and the shoulders? It's because the sustained position we have to sit in. So car seats typically are going to round the low back, the knee comes up into hip flexion, and then our shoulders, typically we don't sit perfectly in the car. A lot of times we'll slouch. Nowadays you can look at your phone or your tablet for hours, and we're just rounded up here. So our pecs get short and tight, our shoulders get rounded, our head gets pushed out in front of our upper back, and then our low back just stays in this flex position with our hip flexed as well. And so the hip flexors get short and tight and the low back gets stiff. And for some of my patients, a car ride really makes their low back worse. So what I want to give you are these easy things you can do throughout your trip to help decrease the amount of stiffness that comes on over time. So if we think about that position I just talked about, the first 2 are going to be stretches that are just taking your body into the opposite direction. So one would be for the pec, and all you need to do is get on the back of your car or truck, or find a pole at the gas station, or when you get to the condo or your vacation house, you're going to get on a doorway or something firm, stand up nice and tall, put your arm flat against there and just lunge forward, keeping your chest upright. You can rotate away. And right now in my left side, I'm getting a huge pull in my pec. And I will just hold this for 30 seconds and do that, 3 or 4 times. So this would be really good to do at the gas station after you've been driving for 4 hours and you're just hopping out. So you would do that both sides. The next thing you can do is a nice leg raised hip flexor stretch. So for this one, I'd be stretching my right side. You'd put your leg up on the bumper. You're going to want to tuck your pelvis underneath you where you're not really extended. So you tuck there and then lunge forward. And as soon as I do that, I get a big pull through the hip flexor there, and then you can reach up and across for a really good stretch. So that's another one you'd do 3 or 4 times for about 30 seconds. And then let's talk about joints and moving those joints in the opposite direction that they're in whenever you're sitting. The first one I would do is neck retractions. So like I said, a lot of times when you're in the car, your head's dropped forward, looking at a tablet, driving. And so what you'd want to do is take your head in the opposite direction. So a neck retraction, if this is protraction, this is where we're at. We're going to retract that while we sit up nice and tall. So 10 to 15 chin retractions. And the beauty of these is you're just going as far back as you can. You can do them while you're in the car. You don't have to get out. So if you're somebody looking at your phone a lot, every 30 minutes to an hour, just do some deep neck retractions. Take those joints in the opposite direction. And typically throughout the day, they're going to get less stiff. The last one's just going to be low back extension. So typically people are rounded. And so when they get out of the car, they just feel stiff. We want to take those joints the opposite direction. For this, you would grab just above your belt line. You're going to keep your feet just outside shoulder width apart, legs straight, and lean back as far as you physically can. And that would be 1 rep. I would do 10 of those, and I might do 2 sets while we're at the gas station or taking a break. So again, we're going to do the low back extensions mixed with a hip flexor stretch, and then we're going to do a shoulder and pec stretch, opening up the pec, and do our routine of cervical neck retractions. So the combination of those things are going to move the joints the opposite direction. They're staying fixed all day, and then lengthen the muscles that tend to get short over time in the car. And when you combine those, that should help with some of that pain that either gets worse or builds up throughout your trip somewhere nice. Hope this helps. If you have any questions, you can always contact us at 859-309-1996. We're always here to help, and we'll talk to you soon.